your houses. So I just want to head off the pass and tell you guys, we 100% support the fact that this thing needs to increase in priority, and we are working with the city and the people who are in position to do something about it to increase the priority about how we can get this stuff picked up quicker, because it's not being picked up quick enough if it's sitting there for weeks or days on end. So we agree with you. Okay, so okay, I might have broke it, okay. I'm going to wind it down. I just wanted to talk about, well, when I say that I mean 5 minutes, but I'm going to just talk about the community support and the partnerships. There's information at the back of the room. Alex talked about removing, the bulk waste, moving the clippings, putting out your auto carts if you had. Nobody is going to say that's going to solve everything 100% because there is no one answer. I really believe in a whole bunch of different ways. The answer to the majority of our problems is by working together. It's by addressing more than one thing. So, you know what? If you guys, as much as you can, look out for your neighbors. We can find some ways to get the information to the police, to water and waste. We do our job, I do my job by looking at that data and prioritizing police resources where the areas are hit. Because if I get people, you can come and tell me, Vaughn, this is a problem. And then I'll look in the police computer, and if I don't see any complaints, I cannot justify to my inspector why I'm going to pull 2 cruiser cars to drive up and down in an area where there's no complaints, there's no data saying it's a problem. Okay? I've got stabbings and I've got shootings. We've got a little bit of a gang situation, up and down depending on the week. I have to try to look at what's happening and prioritize where we're going. And if I can take 3 hours and say, you know what, forget it. Friday is the problem. Okay, we're going to put them in on Friday. So please phone. The information on the it's a black and white flyer here. The Arson Strike Force has a phone line and it's a message line. You can do it anonymously. You know somebody who's lighting a fire, it might be a neighbor's kid, might be a relative, might be somebody you know or suspect. All we're saying is that's really good intel. You're not 100% sure you want to be a witness or you want to go to court and you don't want them to know that you phone the Arson tip line. You've got Crime Stoppers. Crime Stoppers you can actually email, text, or phone in, and it's 100% anonymous. Even if I wanted to phone and do a search warrant, I couldn't find out who is that gave that information. If you want to put a call in, yes, you have to phone the non-emergency number and get a call entered. The drug tip line doesn't really apply. There's a community support line. The phone number is on that pamphlet. If you want the community support officers to know what's happening, or your residence committee is having a meeting and maybe you'd like a community officer there to talk about some crime prevention or give you guys some information, then you phone and leave a message, ask to speak to me or ask to speak to one of the sergeants and we could be there. There's also almost everything here is on the Winnipeg Police website. So if you have access to a computer or you go to a library, you go to the Andrew Street Shopping Center, or a lot of places have access to free internet. There is the COPP, Citizens on Patrol, we partner with. There's what's called the CAN Network, Citizens Action Network. We have a Citizens Action Network chair sitting right here for William White. Annette, thank you very much. What the Citizens Action Network, if anybody is interested, the information is on the website, and what it is just you're a conduit, almost like a block captain for information about what's happening in your area. But it's non-criminal information, the Citizens Action Network. If you know somebody who's an arsonist, we encourage you to phone Crime Stoppers or make a report directly. Nobody's asking you to put yourselves in danger to confront somebody. you know, we should be making and doing what we can to make you safe. But it can't be done if nobody is willing to take ownership and work towards solving the problem. There's lots of problems. But, I mean, I think by finding 1 or 2 baby steps, you know, if you want to say, okay, you know, Lon, you need to be more accessible in certain ways, yes, then we can hear that. But it means that we're not going to be somewhere else. So, I have to ask Dirk, because Dirk worked in community support as well. So you've got like really good experience in the north end, the arson unit. The Safer Communities you asked, is that applicable? No. Because the Manitoba Justice, the Safer Communities Act, they've got their designated offenses are, it's got to be chronic, it's got to be a safety issue, and then it's got to be non-potable substances, which is like paint thinner, prostitution, drugs, or gangs in a certain house, okay? So the community safety unit is probably not the one for phoning in about arson. So Winnipeg Police should be, it's a criminal offense, we should be investigating that. And, sorry? Okay. So all of the information is at the back. I encourage everybody to take it. There's information about arson, information about how to keep your community safe. Okay, I know everybody doesn't want to be here late, so woohoo, I kept it under 10 minutes. There's lots of questions. Again, before we open it up to the mic, I will ask you to keep in mind that we understand the garbage in this area is a huge problem. We're working on towards that. It's kind of a neat thing for the police that I really think that management is moving towards recognizing, okay, garbage isn't normally something police would get involved in, but you know what, if we work with the other city departments to try to up the priority, it's going to actually help prevent arsons, which is a police problem. I think that's a good, positive message, and I wanted you guys to know that we do understand that, and I really, really push for that information to be shared with the City of Winnipeg because something needs to be done. Now, if I haven't covered anything or anybody wants to come up and ask a question, you're going to have to come up here because it only goes so far. Wait. Hello? I think we're drawing a prize. Is it Kayla?